Hey friends, and welcome back! In this final Costa Rica video, we're taking you through all the eats and drinks we indulged in during our trip. From local favorites to fun new finds, we'll share what stood out and what surprised us. Starting off strong, we found this tucked away hidden gem called Hola India. The staff here were absolutely wonderful, super friendly and really informative, which made us feel super welcomed. Mike went with his classic margarita and I ordered a mojito. My only small complaint was that mine had a little too much mint in it. After pulling a few of the leaves out, it did turn into a really refreshing drink that I loved. Mike, on the other hand, said his margarita was spot on.
Refreshing and sour in the perfect way.
And it had that salt on the rim that you absolutely love.
I love it. I love it!
Like he loves it. For our mains, Mike ordered the chicken korma, which was tender chicken cooked in a rich cashew sauce with cream and yogurt, lightly flavored with cardamom. I went with the Mutter Paneer, a comforting dish with cottage cheese and green peas in a rich tomato cashew gravy, blended with Indian spices. Our friends tried the butter chicken, made with tandoor roasted chicken simmered in buttery tomato cashew sauce, and the chicken tikka masala, which came with roasted chicken tossed in Indian spices along with peppers and onions. Everything was served with rice, and of course we all shared some buttered garlic naan to round out the meal. We all loved every single bite of our meal. Everyone shared their dishes around so we could try everything. Though I skipped the chicken itself, I still sampled the sauces with some rice. And honestly, this was hands down the best Indian meal any of us have ever had. Every bite had us blurting out how fantastic it was. You know when food is so good, you can't help but curse about it? Yeah, that was us. The rice was perfectly cooked, the naan was flaky and buttery, and the flavors in each dish blended beautifully. Everyone agreed the chicken was cooked super tender, and the clear winner of the night was Bryce's butter chicken. The gravy had just the right amount of mixed heat with bold spices, unlike anything we've ever tried before, and we still talk about it to this day. To top it all off, our wonderful server surprised us with a free dessert, mango kulfi, which is a creamy Indian-style mango ice cream. Did we mention how lovely the staff is here? The ice cream was super creamy, rich, and had a very nice mango flavor. It felt like this was something we were meant to have at the end of our meal because it was a perfect way to end it after having such a flavorful dish. This spot may not come with big scenic views like some other restaurants, but the food and hospitality more than make up for it. Without a doubt, this is a must try. Our next stop was another big hit. This is called Anaconda Cafe. Right away, this place grabbed our attention. Part of the building actually has a plane built into it, and you could even reserve a spot to dine inside if you have a group, or just for any occasion, which is such a fun touch. But what really caught our attention were the monkeys. They're everywhere. It's such a common thing here that every table is given a spray bottle of water to shoo them away if they get too close. And trust us, it definitely came in handy because these little buggers are nervy. They are not shy and they won't hesitate to try and snatch your food if you're not careful. We came to Anaconda Cafe for brunch, and it was quite the spread. To start, I ordered an iced latte, which was fine. Not terrible, but nothing memorable. Kinda had a weaker flavor for me. Mike, on the other hand, stuck with his vacation motto, margs whenever you can get 'em. He went for a frozen margarita, and he said it barely tasted like it had any alcohol in it. It was more like a citrus slushy, fresh and tangy, and perfect for a hot morning.
I still got a buzz.
For all of our meals, our friend Bryce went for the American breakfast. That came with eggs any style, sausage, ham, tropical fruit, plus toast and their house-made banana bread. Mike ordered the Howler Monkey breakfast, which came with eggs, bacon, tropical fruit, toast, and more of that banana bread. Bryce's wife Georgie went sweet with the chocolate and banana waffles. That came with 4 waffles topped with bananas and melted locally made chocolate. And for me, I got the lox salmon eggs benedict. This came with 2 English muffins topped with poached eggs, cured salmon, mushrooms, hollandaise sauce, and guacamole on the side for me, along with some fresh fruit. The lox salmon eggs benedict was such a treat. The hollandaise sauce was rich and creamy, and the salmon had a nice smoked flavor that really surprised me, but in a really good way. I also loved pairing it with the salsa sauce that seemed to be everywhere in Costa Rica. We loved this sauce so much we made sure to pick a bottle up at the airport before flying home. Mike's Howler Monkey breakfast was hearty and filling, a classic plate done well. But the real star? Their house-made banana bread. Mike isn't even a big banana fan.
Not a banana fan.
Not a banana fan, but he couldn't stop raving about it. It was perfectly dense, moist, and rich in flavor. Easily one of the best bites from the whole meal. The views here are wonderful, the monkeys are a fun added bonus, and the meals? You really can't go wrong. No matter what you order, you're going to enjoy it. We give Anaconda Cafe a 4 out of 5. Next up is a spot our friends couldn't wait for us to try, especially since we just come back from Thailand a few months earlier. This Thai restaurant is called Samui. The staff here was absolutely lovely. Mike and I were wearing some clothes we picked up while we were in Thailand, and the hostess noticed right away. We ended up chatting a bit in Thai with her, which seemed to make her night, and honestly it made ours too. It was such a warm and fun connection talking about our Thailand trip. For drinks, Mike went for, oh wait for it, another margarita.
Whoa!
And what did you think of it, Mike?
It was terrific.
It was another margarita. While he got another one of those, I opted for a Thai iced tea. I wasn't really feeling alcohol at this point in the trip. Maybe it was too much sun, but I'm so glad I just went with a tea. You could tell it was brewed in-house. It had a lovely orange pico flavor with just a hint of orange. It was a nice thing to sip on while watching the beautiful sunset. For our appetizers, Mike and I ordered the spring rolls. Of course, we had to see how they compared to the ones we had in Thailand. These were nice and crispy, they had a lot of flavor, and they felt very authentic. So far, so good.
Good sauce, too.
Yeah, very nice sweet dipping sauce. But he shook his head because he's like, they're not the ones in Thailand. But after having a few more, they did start to stack up, wouldn't you say?
Yes, absolutely.
For our mains, Mike ordered the pad thai with beef. This came with eggs, cabbage, scallion, crushed peanuts, and stir-fried rice noodles. He enjoyed the flavors and the nicely cooked veggies, though he thought it could use a bit more beef. He was just upset that he couldn't have more of it because he found the beef to be really juicy and nice and peppery. I believe that's the word he used to describe it. He also wanted me to mention that it was nice and tender.
You just sound better when you say tender.
Okay, well, for my dish, I got the Veggie Delight. This was stir-fried mixed vegetables and crispy tofu in a garlic sauce.
Tender.
Yes, Mike, the tofu was cooked really well, or tender, I should say, and the garlic sauce had a nice flavor. But unfortunately, something in the vegetables just didn't sit right with me. Tasting the leftovers later confirmed it wasn't a good fit for my stomach. Overall, these dishes weren't really highlights for us, and we feel a bit bad saying that since our friends were so excited for us to try this spot. Maybe we just picked the wrong dishes, but this restaurant itself was lovely, with beautiful views and friendly staff. This was making it a worthwhile experience.
Kapung kap.
Next up, we visited Fuego Brew Company, which also happens to roast its own coffee here. We were excited to try some of their craft brews and food, and right away we were impressed by how beautifully designed the space was. One of the coolest things about Fuego is that you can dine in a treehouse. As you walk in, you cross glass floors where you can see down into the brew house, which is a really neat touch. The whole place is actually quite large. There are several different seating areas, but we couldn't resist picking the treehouse. Sitting up high in the treetops gave us amazing views. We even spotted iguanas and monkeys in the surrounding trees. It made for a really memorable experience. While Fuego has a wide selection of brews, Mike was the only one drinking here since I was still feeling a bit off from the heat. His first pick was the Cuca Mango Pale Ale. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I did take a few sips to try it, and we both thought it was tasty. A perfect summer beer for this hot weather. The mango flavor unfortunately was too subtle to our liking. We did wish the mango flavor came through a bit stronger, but this still had a nice hoppy finish to it. Our friends ordered an iced mocha, a latte, and an omelette to split. They both said everything was delicious, but enough about them. This isn't their food vlog. Let's get into what we had.
Yeah, you, Bryce. I'm kidding. I love you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for bringing us along to this wonderful trip. Starting off with my order, I got the breakfast burrito, which came with gallo pinto beans, scrambled eggs, tomatoes, spinach, and sweet plantain, all wrapped in a flour tortilla and paired with a lovely roasted tomato sauce. It does come with avocado as well, but since I'm allergic, they were very kind to accommodate that for me. I have to say, I have never experienced a breakfast burrito like this in my life. I never knew how much I needed sweet plantains in a burrito until this moment. The first bite felt like everything my body had been craving. Packed with protein, veggies, and bursting with flavor. The tortilla was perfectly crisp and held its structure so well. It never got soggy, which made every bite just as satisfying as the first. The roasted tomato sauce paired beautifully with it. This felt like the perfect meal to enjoy in such a beautiful country. Mike ordered the steak and eggs, a USDA ribeye cut served with 2 fried eggs, roasted potatoes, brioche toast, and their house-made chimichurri. As much as I loved my meal and considered it a highlight, Mike said this was one of his highlight meals of the trip as well. The steak was cooked to perfection, tender, juicy, and with just the right amount of fat for incredible flavor. The chimichurri was the real star though. I even stole one of his potatoes, which was fork tender and delicious, and dipped it in the chimichurri, and I fully agree with Mike's review. It was outstanding. It brought out even more of the steak's natural juices and added an extra punch of flavor that tied the whole dish together. If you're a meat lover, this is an absolute must-try. Moving on to Mike's second choice of beer, he got the Huayna Guanabana. Oh my gosh. Moving on to Mike's second choice of beer, he got the Huayna Guanabana Ale, an American ale infused with cold-pressed juice from the local guanabana fruit. This one stole the show for us. This was light, fruity, and refreshing, with flavors of strawberry, pineapple, banana, and citrus. We both agreed this was the winner out of the two. Fuego Brew Company easily earned a 5 out of 5 from us. Amazing food, great brews, and they've got plenty more to offer, including merch and tons of other things worth checking out. Our next stop was El Wagon, a cozy spot known for its wood-fired pizzas. They actually offer way more than just pizza, but with that big sign advertising wood-fired pies, that totally pulled us in. Of course, Mike had to order a margarita, and this one was easily the strongest of the trip. I'm not sure if you can tell by his face here, but it was definitely heavy on the tequila. He did say it was still good though.
I ain't complaining.
Mike ordered the Diavola pizza. This was loaded with chorizo, salami, bell peppers, fresh red onion, garlic, mozzarella, and marinara sauce. This one packed some serious flavor. Spicy, peppery, with fantastic cheese and a rich marinara sauce that tasted really high quality. The heat started off pretty manageable, but kept creeping up fast and ended up packing quite a punch. He did say he'd definitely order this again though.
Well worth the heartburn.
Oh yeah, definitely. I ordered the Hawaiian ham with no ham. This twist on a Hawaiian came with fresh pineapple, shredded coconut, mozzarella, and marinara sauce. I've never had a pizza with coconut on it before, and I absolutely loved it. Mike even tried a bite, and he's not usually a coconut fan, but he really enjoyed this as well. The cheese was nice and stringy, and I agree with Mike on the sauce. It was delicious. The pineapple didn't make the pizza soggy at all. Yes, the pizza had a bit of a flop, but that's because their pies are nice and thin. The bottom of the dough had a perfect crunch from the wood fire oven, which also added a nice subtle smoke flavor to all of our pizzas. This was really tasty. I wish more pizza places near me had an option to add coconut to their pizzas as well. Wagon gets a 4 out of 5 from us. Tasty wood-fired pizzas, great flavors, and a fun twist on classics. Definitely worth stopping by if you're in the area. Flying back over to San Jose to catch our early flight home, we stopped into a nearby chain called Rosti. This place had a huge menu. We could tell this was a place that clearly specialized in chicken dishes. But we decided to kick things off with corn on the cob. This was surprisingly very nice. Buttery, juicy, and tasty, although we did wish it was just a tad bit warmer. For Mike's main, he went for the Nacho Milanesa. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This was breaded chicken chunks with pico, cheese sauce, guacamole, sour cream, and a side of fries. He also added a side of refried beans with chips, which he was glad he did because the portion of chicken was smaller than expected. That said, the flavors were spot on. This didn't taste like a fast food meal at all. You could tell a lot of care went into making this meal. I ordered a cheese quesadilla with no meat, loaded with cheese and tomato salsa, and a perfectly toasted flour tortilla, served with beans and sour cream. The tomato salsa was slightly sweet, which paired so nicely with the beans that I kept dipping my quesadilla in. Dipping the quesadilla into the beans amped up the flavor. It was simple but super satisfying. Overall, for a quick stop before heading home, we were really impressed. The food was tasty, fairly priced, and everything felt like there was some care put into it. We really wish this chain was something we could find back at home. Alright friends, that's a wrap on our Costa Rica videos. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us. From stunning views and tropical adventures to unforgettable meals, Costa Rica had it all. Can't wait to see you all in our next adventure.